Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, and I think somebody at the Pokemon Company is mad at me, because I'm sitting here trying to kind of cover all of the new reveals on the Scarlet EX and Violet EX set, because of course today was the day when they revealed all the new cards over in Japan, and then for some reason, today had to be the day where we saw the official reveal of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet booster packs and Elite Trainer boxes and some really exciting news. But I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the actual Pokemon news. You know I can pivot, and you know that if really exciting news comes out, I will get to it, because that's the kind of obsessive Pokemon nerd that I am. So what have we got? Well, first of all, we've got the booster pack artwork. And none of this should really surprise you. I showed you the booster pack artwork like a couple of weeks ago at this stage. I showed you that two of the booster pack artworks featured Koraidon and Miraidon. And I showed you that the other two featured Terrestrial Gyarados, is how we knew that card was coming. And one featured the combination of the three first partner Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We knew this. We knew that this was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen. We'd already seen them. Although I will say, these look different. Like, if I just put one of these on screen, but I combine it with the... Let's take a look at a Silver Tempest pack, because that was the most recent set. And then let's chuck up a Lost Origin set as well, because that was a set before. The two final Sword and Shield sets are proper sets. And you'll notice here that just in a pure design standpoint, you know, having the 10 additional cards in that proper bar with the two really defined corners, that looks very, very different. They're still the same basic thing. They still look like the same basic, hey, we got a picture and we got a logo, you know, near the bottom and all of that. But I do think they look significantly different to what we've generally come to expect. Okay. But we did also get a whole bunch of information about the set. Here's what they said. The new expansion will adopt an updated take on Pokemon EX, a gameplay mechanic featuring Pokemon with high HP, as well as powerful attacks and abilities. Unlike Pokemon EX, Big X, from the Black and White and X and Y series, which were all basic Pokemon, the Pokemon EX in the Scarlet and Violet series can be basic, Stage 1, or Stage 2. Though powerful, Pokemon EX give up 2 prize cards when knocked out, and we actually saw this. 3 of the first EXs revealed were basic Mimikyu, Stage 1 Lucario, and Stage 2 Ampharos from the Starter X over in Japan, so we knew all of this. This isn't new. Inspired by the terrestrial phenomenon from the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games, the expansion will introduce Terra Pokemon EX, featuring unique etched artwork that spotlights their Terra types. These new cards follow the same rules as Pokemon EX, but will take no damage from attacks when on the bench. Now, we've seen 2 of these. There's only 2 in the set, and we know that because... well, firstly, it says it in a minute, but secondly, it's also, we've seen the whole set in Japan, so we knew that that was coming. That's not a big thing. We know that they are Gyarados and Arcanine. It is worth pointing out that as it stands at the moment, both of the ones that we've seen, that being Gyarados and Arcanine, they are both actually their regular type. Gyarados is water and Arcanine is fire. And I know some people are disappointed about this, and all I'm going to tell you is I feel extremely confident, very, very confident that this will change in the future. I don't think it's going to change soon. My guess, and this is pure guesswork, let's be clear, but my guess is that this is going to change with year 2 of the Scarlet and Violet TCG. We know that Pokemon like to mix things up at the beginning of each year. The year starts for us in February, or March, I suppose, this time around. This is a bit late. It's supposed to be a February set. But the point is, I believe we're going to be getting Terrestrial EXs that have different types, but we're not getting them yet, and I wouldn't expect them in the next couple sets. They've also said very clearly, will take no damage from attacks when on the bench, which confirms 100% finally that it is a terrestrial rule. There is one terrestrial rule, and that is terrestrial Pokemon take no damage on the bench. But we knew this. We knew this when we saw Arcanine. And I told you this was the case when we saw Arcanine, because it just says Terastal on the card. And a lot of people wanted to believe this was like ancient traits, but the thing that a lot of people missed was the ancient traits had different names. Like, for instance, the Excadrill with Omega Barrage. It didn't say ancient trait, it said Omega Barrage. It was clearly a type of ancient trait, whereas Arcanine very clearly just said Terastal. And I know a lot of people thought that we were going to have different types of Terastal rules for different Terastal Pokemon. I'm afraid that was never the case. As soon as we saw Arcanine, it was very clear from the card that there was one rule for all Terastal Pokemon, but it was one of those things where like a couple of people just inferred it and then started spreading it round, which was weird. But I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, not only was that never the case, we knew that was never going to be the case. Sorry. But hey, it gets cooler. In addition to the recently announced design updates to Pokemon TCG cards, Scarlet and Violet will feature full art etched cards showcasing Pokemon in simple poses and bright colours. Well, that sounds like the full arts we've had for a while. The expansion will also include illustration rare and special illustration rare Pokemon, which may show an entire evolution line growing together. These cards will showcase Pokemon in natural environments and offer a closer look at their unique personalities. A great example of this, if we look at the Gardevoir line, we've already seen Routes and Curlier and Gardevoir. We are getting the whole evolution line, which is new. We've had like character rares and character super rares, which are clearly very similar to illustration rares and special illustration rares, but they never had the full evolution line. They would choose one of them. Now we get full evolution lines, not all the time, but sometimes, and that is extremely cool. So really, they're just confirming a lot of the stuff that we've learned from Japan. Now we know we're going to get 12 double rare Pokemon EX. Yes, the phrase double rare is new, including 2 Terra Pokemon EX featuring Arcanine and Gyarados. 12 ultra rare Pokemon EX and 8 ultra rare supporter cards. Presumably, the 12 EXs are basically kind of the same, but different prints. We haven't seen these in Japan, so we don't know. 24 illustration rare, 10 special illustration rare, and 6 hyper rare gold etch cards, which will include Pokemon EX, trainer, and energy cards. And this is cool. They don't usually confirm all of the secret rares before we get going. It's kind of awesome that they've gone and done this, and that's rather lovely. As a side note, if we look at the Scarlet EX and Violet EX that are over in Japan, in each of them they've got 5 EXs and 1 Terastal EX. We know this. That makes 12 in total. And we know in our English set there are 12 EXs, including 2 Terra. So assume, I can't say for certain, but assume that they will be the same. And that actually leaves us missing 3. That leaves us missing the aforementioned Mimikyu, Lucario, and Ampharos that are coming around in Starter X over in Japan. Now, the good news is with Mimikyu, we know that Mimikyu is coming as a promo. We have literally seen the Mimikyu box. We know that for a fact. We don't know how we're getting Lucario and Ampharos, but this seems to suggest very strongly / confirm that they're not going to be in this set. But here's where I get really excited. Scarlet and Violet will be available in booster packs, elite trainer boxes, and special collections at Pokémon Center in the US, Canada, and UK, as well as other participating retailers around the world. In addition, certain products are now available for pre-order at Pokémon Center, including the Scarlet and Violet Pokémon Center Elite Trainer Box, which includes 2 additional booster packs and 2 copies of a full art promo card. One of the cards features the Pokémon Center logo. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes. For a while now, I've been a very good boy. I have been resisting the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes because they're expensive and because I don't need them. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to pretend. Like, I am literally not even going to pretend. I'm just going to go and buy them. And I'm not going to make any bones about it. I'm just going to go and buy them. Because, firstly, you get 2 full art promos, and you get the stamped one. It's not stated explicitly, but the very, very, very strong implication is here that in the regular Elite Trainer box, you get a full art promo, and in the Pokemon Center exclusive, you get that, but you also get a stamped version of the same full art promo. Here's what the Violet ones look like, and you'll see there's a regular and the Pokemon Center exclusive. And here's what the Scarlet look like, and you'll see you've got both the regular and you've got the Pokemon Center exclusive. The 2 extra packs aren't what's doing it for me. For a long time, these have had cool extra things in like sleeves, etc., but they've not exactly been all that and a bag of potato chips. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, now my opinion has changed very, very drastically. You're giving me a Pokemon Center stamped card. I am in. I am 100% in. Over on the US Pokemon Center right now, you can find both of those, plus a booster box and a booster bundle. We hadn't had it confirmed the booster bundle was coming, so this is actual genuine news. It's the usual thing, 6 packs for the price of 6 packs, but we still hadn't had it confirmed they were coming, so this is kind of a big deal. But also, free LeChonk! Yeah! Basically, there is a LeChonk. It's actually a LeChonk that is in the starter decks over in Japan. It's not in the Scarlet and Violet main set. And you get it with the Pokemon Center logo. And all you need to do is go and buy a pre-order of Scarlet and Violet, and you're good. The card will be available as a gift with each eligible item you order from the Pokemon Center in the US or Canada. A little tip from your old pal Wassy here. I would, and I know sometimes shipping and all that, I would order things separately. I'm going to be pre-ordering the Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer boxes. You better believe I'm doing 2 different orders because I want 2 LeChonk. As I'm recording this, that lovely banner and all of the pre-orders that you see on the US site isn't on the UK Pokemon Center. Now, I'm assuming it's going to go up there soon. I'm expecting the same LeChonk promo, because since we've had a UK Pokemon Center, we've not had any promos in the US that weren't also available for the UK. I'm assuming we're going to get it, but as I record, these pre-orders I mentioned are up on the US, and I've just searched, looked over there at the TCG section. The products aren't showing up. However, I do expect them to come sooner rather than later. So just look out for them if you're in the UK. Wait, sorry, I've just finished recording this video and now I'm going back to record this to put in, because as I'm recording this, they've gone and given us images of the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, which means we can see what's inside them, which is a very big deal, because remember I told you we didn't know what the promo cards were? Yeah, now we totally do. And I was wrong, and I love being wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be wrong, because if we take a look at the Violet Elite Trainer box, you can see there that we've got the sleeves and all of that. Oh yeah. And we've got a Miraidon. A full art, lovely promo of Miraidon. Coming both stamped and unstamped. Here's a slightly better look at it. You'll notice it is not the V. It is a regular card. It's not particularly good. That's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. The point is it is an absolutely stunning card. And you can see there that you got 1 stamped, 1 unstamped. And then when we go and have a look at the Scarlet Elite Trainer box, you will notice we got a very similar thing going on here with Koraidon, where you get yourself 2 copies of the card, one of, again, non-EXs, one of which is stamped with a Pokemon Center, and one of which isn't. This is a super, super easy pre-order for me. Both of them, no question. I've never really bothered with Elite Trainer boxes that much, because I don't need more sleeves and dice and things of that nature. I'm a guy who generally goes after products with promo cards in. So you're going to give me an amazing promo card, and you're going to give me 2 versions of it? This is how you get people to care about the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. And again, I don't have any proof of this, all right? This is just a friendly tip from your old pal Wassy. I wouldn't hang around with these pre-orders, because I expect the Pokemon Center exclusive ones to start selling out way quicker than they have done in the past. You have been warned. Okay, we can go back to the outro now, but I could not post this video without adding in this because this is amazing. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited, and you should be too, but I want to know how super excited you are, so let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord where we chat about stuff, doesn't have to be Pokemon, and you can get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Unknown One, who's been a supporter of ours just for a couple of months, but seems like a very lovely person. So thank you to them for all the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.